Hey guys, it's your old pal Keith from the internet again. Today we're going to rabbit hole the Ampero 2-stage modeler from Hotone. My buddy Jesse Goldhead Smith kept raving to me about this thing and insisted I tried it out. He was kind enough to introduce me to the fine folks at Hotone, and they insisted I tried it out as well. So here we are. And I've been playing around with this thing for about a month, and to be honest, I feel like I've maybe only scratched the surface of it and experienced about 10% of what it's capable of doing. All I've really done with it so far is dial in some simple rhythm tones and put my IR behind the first amp that was on the list here, and it sounded immediately usable for recording. So the Ampero 2 stage is an all-in-one effects processor and amp modeler for guitar, and you can really do a lot with it. You can plug it into your laptop via USB and use it as an audio interface. It can record a wet and a dry signal simultaneously, so it can also function as a way to capture DI for reamping later. And that's something we're going to do for the first time here today. We're going to run some reamps. We're going to be working again with the Conquering Dystopia album stems, this time for the song Tethys, and we're going to see what kind of result we can get out of the Ampero 2. This little thing will actually profile whole amp rigs. It's a true modeler, so we're going to set up a tone through the Highwind Torrent 50 and my Randall isolation cabinet, and we're going to capture that, see how accurate it sounds, and hopefully dial in a Conquering Dystopia style tone that we can reamp, drop in the mix, and see what this thing performs like. But before we get it fired up, I'm going to go ahead and get it mounted here on this cool little gator board that I got for it. It's the perfect size footprint to house both the Ampero 2 stage and this cool little tuner expression pedal from Hotone. This is a great little unit to pair with this. It adds a lot of functionality to the effects inside the unit. Should go pretty quick and easy. I got everything laid out in front of me. No tools are going to be required this time around. You can just pop this DC brick right underneath this bracket and tighten down these wing nuts to hold it in place, and that's it. No tools required. Easy mode. Now I'm going to take this little DC splitter cable and plug it in to the power bricks, and I can power both of them off the DC brick, so I'm just going to split off and power the Hotone expression pedal at the same time. Now I'm just going to mount the Ampero onto the board. It's worth noting that it has these little feet here on the bottom, but they're small enough that it shouldn't interfere with the Velcro, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave them on. And same for the tuner press. Just get it pushed down on there, and now she's on there for life. So it's real simple, and there's only a couple cables to plug in here. So I have a TRS cable for the expression. Make sure you use the TRS, because like other expression pedals, it's not going to work unless you do that. And then I have my main output, which is just a 1/4-inch instrument patch cable. I'm plugging those in first because it's a little bit of a tight fit, and we want to make sure we get this nice and snug. There we go. So now I just plug in my two patch cables. The TRS is going to go into expression 1, and that output cable goes to the input of the Ampero 2 stage. And then we just have our two little power cables to plug in. We can get these all tucked in, secured however we want later, but for now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to fire this thing up and see if it's capable of a high gain so hot, like not even flies are going to consume your remains, bro. You'll just be fucking incinerated. I'm talking like Utah data center with a kink in the hose in the middle of the summer kind of heat, bro. Like, you're cooked. Dang, dude. So that's just the Marshall 900 with my IR loaded behind it. Sounds insane already. All right, Mr. Gary, you ready to rock, dude? I got this Ampero all set up to do some profiling, and we're going to profile the High Wind Torrent 50 today. And we're going to run a DI through it and loop it for a second and dial in a quick tone. Shouldn't take long with this unit. Then we're going to capture that with the Ampero. And it appears that it works the same way as the Kemper, where it runs like an alien signal through your amp and creates a profile of it. The wiring and the ins and outs on it, it's fairly simple to set up. You just send your effects loop send out to the amp or whatever you want to profile. And then the return line from your mic or line out or whatever comes back to input B, and then you process it. So I'm going to loop this DI and dial in a tone real quick. Okay, so this is the sound clone screen that we have here, and as you can see, it just kind of tells you how to set it up. It's real simple. Then you have some options here, which I'm just going to leave it to default, and we're going to hit clone and see what it does. Yeah, it's similar to the Kemper. It sends like a weird alien prog metal signal through your amp. Okay, so there you have it. And then it looks like you can fine tune it afterwards. It's probably a refined feature similar to like the Kemper or something like that. And we'll test these out here and compare them, A/B them, and see how accurate it got to the source tone. Here's the profile before fine tuning it. Now let's compare it against the amp. Wow, that sounds really accurate. I'm not even going to fine tune that. I'm just going to save it. All right, let's rip these Cockring Dystopia DIs real quick. Okay, right side rhythm guitar now. Let's see how they sound together. Now I'm going to re-up a couple of the solos and add some reverb and effects in the unit and see what kind of result we get with that. Okay, let's process the solo tracks and add some reverb. Man, why is Loomis so sick, dude? Well, damn, it sounds pretty good. So I got all the tracks processed now. I got them dropped in the session, and now all that's left to do is just run the full mix and see how they sound. Anyway, I'm pretty impressed. It's $6.99. This modeler is a real underdog contender, and Hotone's come a real long way in my experience. The only experience I've had with them previously were those little micro pedals that they used to make. Those things were pretty cool, but this is in a completely different league. This is like a full-blown modeler. You could essentially get yourself one of these and do an entire record with it. You could record guitar, bass, even vocals. The XLR input on this thing has phantom power, so you could plug in a microphone even. You can use it as your audio interface. You can record DIs with it. It's really a powerful unit. I would have killed for something like this when I was first starting out. And above all else, it sounds really good. So this amp profile that I made here with the Ampero 2, I'll make it available on my Patreon page if you're interested in that. It's worth also noting that the Ampero 2 can load NAM profiles. So if you've made a profile with Merrow amp modeler, you can load them on this and use them. But what you can't do is use the Ampero 2 profiles that you made on the unit on anything else. It's a proprietary file. So the profiles live inside of this unit and they're yours forever to enjoy. It did a pretty killer job of sucking the soul out of the Highwind Torrent 50, I can tell you that much. I'm going to continue playing around with this thing for a while, and if I find any cool tips or tricks along the way, I will share them with you guys. Thanks for hanging out, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on one of the live streams or something. And until then, I'm out. Peace.